Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're having a great meeting with shareholders to talk about what the company has done and where it wants to go. Amazing because we're not just beginning a new part of Tesla's story, we're beginning a whole new book. Today, we're going to take an exciting deep dive into Master Plan Part 4, Elon Musk's most recent groundbreaking statement. This plan isn't just an update, it's a big new idea that could change the future of Tesla and the whole car business. Let's break down what Elon Musk has said, see how it compares to the revolutionary goals of past plans, and talk about how it might affect Tesla's strategy and place in the market. We will talk about the big ideas in Master Plan Part 4, such as progress in self-driving technologies, the coming together of AI and robots, and a look at some new cars that might change the way we think about transportation. We will also talk about the strategic effects of Tesla's most recent legal fights and the production milestones that keep the company going to new heights. But before we get into the specifics, please show your support by giving this video a like and starting to receive Tesla stock news. Now is the time to begin. Watchers, buckle up because there is a lot to talk about. It's strange that this follow-up came out only 15 months after Part 3, since the first part came out 10 years ago. It all started when Elon Musk talked about his bold master plan Part 4 on X. What's the hurry? At Tesla, it looks like everything is going full speed. Elon's role as the God Emperor of Tesla was solidified at last week's annual shareholder meeting, even though there were some legal issues with his stock options. Both small and large investors have reaffirmed their support for the plan that was first passed in 2018, but was later questioned by a judge. The plan could give Elon a huge $55 billion in Tesla shares, but it first has to get through an appeals court. Not only does this give him more money, but it also gives him a lot more power over the company. For those who remember, Musk sold a lot of his Tesla shares to buy Twitter. With this new payment, he might be able to get his stock back even higher than it was in 2022. As for the future, Elon Musk gives hints that Tesla is about to begin a whole new work, not just a new phase. This will not only be about cars. When we look back at Musk's past master plans, we can see a grand plan that starts with a sports car in 2006, moves on to cheaper cars, and ends with electric power solutions that produce no pollution by 2016. Focus had shifted to solar energy, battery storage, and self-driving technology. This made Tesla go from a young company to a world leader in the car industry. Part 3 of the master plan went into a lot of complicated math and laid out a big picture for a world economy that can run on clean energy. Elon Musk's RoboCab event is set for August 8th, and Master Plan Part 4 is coming soon. It's clear that Tesla is getting ready to change not only transportation but also maybe how we use technology every day. Part 4 of Tesla's master plan doesn't go into too much detail, but it does hint at some big goals. The latest update might not seem very exciting to people who are looking for cutting-edge goods and technology, but let's talk about why the next step might be very important. At its recent shareholder event, Tesla hinted at its new line of cars in a way that wasn't as obvious as usual. Two shapes that looked like cars and a van were shown, all covered in sheets. This is a common but interesting presentation we've seen since 2020. Even though they are covered, these cars point to a strategic goal. On the right, we can see famous vehicles such as the Tesla Semi and the Cybertruck, along with an unknown new car that is covered in a sheet. This range, along with Elon Musk's recent hint on X about a redesigned Tesla Roadster that might be able to fly coming out in 2025, points to what Musk calls high-energy platforms. On the left, two cars suggest that they could be more popular while using less energy. At the top is probably a Cybercab, and below it is probably a Cybervan that was made to get through narrower, boring company tubes quickly. Both of these vehicles are self-driving. Let's talk about robots instead of cars. Tesla is not just playing around with robotics. By next year, more than 1,000 Optimus humanoid robots will be made by the company. Musk wants to control the humanoid robot market and wants to get a 10% share of the billion-unit market that is expected to happen every year. With a price of $20,000 and a cost of production of about $10,000 per unit, Musk thinks that robot sales alone could bring in a huge $1 trillion. In line with ARK Invest's analysis led by Cathie Wood, These new ideas are likely to be the basis of Tesla's plan. They've done the math and predicted that Tesla's self-driving and robo-taxi projects will have huge potential. Musk admits that these plans are bold but doable. RK Invest says it can predict Tesla's future more accurately than any other Wall Street firm, which makes the company's future look very interesting. RK says that by 2029, up to 90% of Tesla's value and earnings could come from its robo-taxi business. This would mean that sales of customer vehicles would only make up about a quarter of the company's income. Robotaxi operations are expected to bring in better margins, which could bring Tesla's market cap close to $1 trillion and push the share price to $3,100. To give you an idea of how big this is, the market values of Apple and Nvidia are today around $3 trillion, while Tesla's shares are only $187 each. These predictions also don't even begin to consider the possible effects of Tesla's Optimus robot, which points to an even wider growth path. Tesla's first attempt at humanoid robots is the Optimus project. This is an area that has the potential to change not only the way things are made but also how people live their daily lives. Optimus could give Tesla a big new way to make money and a strategic edge if it works, which would increase its impact in many areas other than cars. In other news, a company has shown off the world's first Cybertruck that is ready to go, which is a Cybertruck police patrol car. Some people might think this is scary, but the company wants to get Cybertrucks into police stations for good reasons. Seeing these Cybertrucks on the street makes me think of something from a Mad Max movie. Having them as police cars might seem a little strange. As we keep an eye on these developments, Tesla has reached a major production milestone by stating that Giga Texas will now produce a record 1,300 Cybertrucks per week. This accomplishment not only shows how good Tesla is getting at making things, but it also opens the door to even bigger goals. By the end of the year, Tesla wants to double this rate of production and make 2,500 cars every week. This raise would make it much easier for Tesla to meet the growing demand for its cutting-edge electric trucks, solidifying its place as the market leader in electric vehicles. When going from the Foundation series to the Standard series, the changes seem to be small and mostly have to do with looks and extras that can be added. But not all of the extras, like the light bar above the dashboard and full self-driving features, were built into the base versions. Early users were also beta testers who found problems like wheel covers that didn't work right and a giant windshield wiper that wasn't very reliable. Even with these problems, the price tag of over $100,000 didn't stop fans. In the future, the Cybertruck with 2 motors will cost just under $80,000, and because its battery cells are made in the United States, it will be eligible for a full $7,500 EV tax credit. This makes it an appealing choice, even though it costs more than the average U.S. car, which is $47,000. Still, Tesla hasn't changed the Cybertruck waiting list status. People who chose the more expensive Foundation series could skip ahead, which could make the wait longer for people who want the cheaper models. In a different development, Tesla has sued Matthews International, a company that used to supply equipment to the company. Claims that Matthews International stole trade secrets about Tesla's advanced battery manufacturing processes are at the heart of the case. These secrets are very important for making Tesla's 4680 battery cells, which the company first showed off at its well-known Battery Day event. Tesla's plan to increase energy efficiency and lower the cost of its electric cars depends on the 4680 battery cells. The cells have a special table-like shape that lets them charge faster and use less energy. Tesla needs to be able to make a lot of these cells if it wants to increase the number of cars it makes and maybe even bring down the price of electric cars. In its case, Tesla says Matthews International not only stole private information but also sold it to companies that compete with Tesla. Matthews International's action not only hurts Tesla's competitive edge, but it could also speed up the spread of similar technologies around the world, further weakening Tesla's market position. The fact that the lawsuit is asking for more than $1 billion in damages shows how important the case is, given how much Tesla has spent building its own battery technology. Tesla's proactive approach to the law shows that it is part of a larger plan to aggressively protect its innovations, which are key to its brand and growth chances in the future. This lawsuit is very important for Tesla as it deals with the complicated world of intellectual property in the electric car market, which is very competitive and changing quickly. It shows how hard it is to stay ahead in technology when you depend on a network of suppliers and partners. It also shows how important strong legal and security steps are to protect proprietary technologies. That's the end of today's in-depth look at the latest news about Tesla. Elon Musk's ambitious master plan Part 4 hints at future innovations beyond cars, and ARK Invest predictions suggest that Tesla's robo-taxi business could drastically change its financial future. We also talked about big steps forward in production with the Cybertruck at Giga, Texas, and a major court case in which Tesla is suing the former source for allegedly stealing trade secrets that are important to its groundbreaking 4680 battery cell technology. What do you think?